Hey everybody, my name is Alden.
I'm Drew.
And today we're going to be playing FTL. Now this is a game that you can pick up on Steam. It's a sort of roguelike kind of game. I know a lot of people are going to be angry that I say that, but basically you're a captain of a starship. You have to go and get some plans to the Federation because the rebellion is going to take over. And along the way, a lot of crazy things can happen. It's got a cool little play-as-you-go story. And no two games are alike, so, if you haven't played it yet, definitely recommend that you pick it up. So, Drew, this is the first time you're going to see this, right?
Yeah, this is literally the first time I'm even seeing this menu screen.
Okay.
So, it'll be interesting.
Yeah, definitely. So, alright, so we're going to go ahead and skip the tutorial. We're going to jump right into the new game here. Once you hit the new game, the first thing that happens is you have your ship that you can choose from, you have your crew, your starting stuff. We're going to start with the basic one here. For this one, but what we're gonna do, swamps. We're gonna swamp Sun. We're gonna go ahead and rename him.
Arden.
Yeah, Arden. We're gonna call him Alden. There. We're gonna accept. We'll do one more. We're gonna rename him. We're gonna call this guy Drew.
Yeah.
Yeah. That way, when we perma-die, right, we feel especially bad about it. And we got a third one. We'll leave him as Marcus. And then we'll go from there. So just to go through, we have.
No, make him Randy.
I'm sorry.
Make him Randy.
Randy. Yes.
He has Randy.
All right. Randy. All right.
Yeah, Randy. Randy won.
All right. So just to go over it, we have the Kestrel. That's going to be like the human spaceship. This is the one you'll get to start. I've unlocked a couple of them. The Taurus. That's going to be an NG spaceship, and then you also have the Agitator, which is going to be I even forget these guys' names, but they're going to be a third spaceship that they all have different play styles, so pretty cool kind of thing. As you get familiar with the game, you can go ahead and play customized. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to keep this to Kestrel. We'll go ahead and keep normal, and then we're going to head over to start. All right, the game layout is going to be very much this. You've got a wall of text that you go ahead and read. When you hit continue, you can go and do stuff, and make it to the end of the galaxy. So data that you carry is vital to the remaining Federation fleet. You'll need supplies for the journey, so make sure you explore each sector before moving on to the next. But get to the exit before the pursuing Rebel fleet can catch up. And that's really important because if you get caught by the Rebel fleet, chances are that's going to be game over for you. So let's go ahead and hit continue.
I see. That's a pretty cool setup you got there. They're pushing for that exploration factor, but they also give you this time limit, so it's not just like, here's this sandbox, go have fun, I guess. Yeah, exactly. I mean, you'll see as we go along the map, what's going to happen is you're going to see the radius of where the rebels are, and then you just want to stay outside that circle. So right up here you have your hull. That's your ship's life. You've got your fuel. You've got the amount of missiles, and then drone parts. Drone parts are a little other functionality there. You've got your crew, and what we're going to do is we're actually going to go ahead and assign it. We have I'm heading up the ship right there. I'm going to take Drew, and let's dude, you're going to be my weapons dude. Yeah. I'm like that. Oh, you haven't seen Gurren Lagann? Well, I'm the dude in Gurren Lagann who just pushes a big red button all the time and fires all the missiles.
Awesome. We're gonna go ahead and take Randy. Randy's gonna be our engineer. He's gonna give it all she's got.
Oh boy, I feel so good trusting Randy with our engines.
Totally. So a couple of things. You'll notice that you have this little bar here. Every green bar is 1 unit of power. So one of the big factors in this game is you have a certain amount of power. You can get more later, but you have to allocate power to a system in order to be able to use it. So, for instance, if I go ahead and do this, there is now no oxygen in our...
Oh god, put it back!
Exactly. So, you always want to, keep an eye on this, so that makes sure you're allocating power. So I'm going to give more power to that just in case, and then we're going to go ahead and keep the burst laser up. I'd like to start with that nice laser weapon. And let's go ahead and just get started. If you hit jump up at the top there, you have your FTL drive. That's going to bring you up to the galaxy map here. You'll see that's our exit for the section. But other than that, you've got a bunch of different places that we can go. So let's start.
Are you controlling that right there, or is he just orbiting the sector?
Yeah, you're just orbiting the sector. That just like denotes where you're at. The lines are where you can jump to. So we're gonna go ahead and just boom.
Now, is that map randomized every time?
Absolutely. Every single time that you play this game, it's going to be completely new. It's gonna.
Oh God, asteroids.
Yep. So we got. Oh yeah. So let's go ahead and turn and fight here. One thing that's a really big deal in this game, they actually, and I love this, they make use of the pause menu. They expect you to pause every 4 seconds. And the reason they do that is because that you can actually do stuff and while you're pausing. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take my burst laser, you see I'm aiming it, and I'm going to aim it at their different sections. You have different symbols. That symbol there is the pilot. You have your shields, weaponry, engines, and oxygen. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can take out their shields. So if I unpause, we're going to wait for that burst laser to charge.
Oh, it's a charge. Oh, I see the little red. There we go. Okay, come on.
Oh.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can keep on doing that.
1 point of damage.
Yeah. Oh, and we got a little bit of fire. So what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna move Randy. Let's put Randy in our shields, and in the meantime, we're gonna go ahead and open up these doors and.
Oh, we're gonna.
All right, so their shields down. We'll go ahead. Oh, and their engines are down. We're gonna go ahead and take the left
fire.
All right, cool. So let's see. We can take a look here. We can accept their offer. They'll give us 5 missiles. They'll give us a drone part and 8 scrap. Scrap is what you use to upgrade. I'm gonna go ahead and not accept. We're gonna go ahead. You have no mercy at all. Here we go. They got taken out by an asteroid. So now we're good. One thing we definitely want to do before anything else, we want to go ahead and close these doors because of the oxygen refill.
Yeah, that sounds important. Before we put Randy back there.
Exactly. Let that refill a little bit so that he doesn't suffocate himself. We'll go ahead and make a jump.
Get the hell up out of there.
Alright, so we arrive at a populated sector. One merchant seems to be mass broadcasting a request for a mercenary ship to aid him. Shall we respond? Sure. Go ahead.
Yeah, why not? I'm not doing nothing.
Exactly. Yeah, we're just sitting around saving the world. Alright, so he wants us to deliver some cargo. He's going to pay us a little bit now, and then they're going to pay us when we get there. So half now, half when we get to Alderaan.
Yup. I'm glad you went there.
Exactly. So let's go ahead and move Randy back in. So you'll see that these guys are red, and one cool thing about that is if you see that it's red, that means that there's no oxygen there. You have docks. Hey everybody, sorry about that. Just had to answer a quick call there. So we are back. Just to finish my last thought. You noticed that before that some of the rooms were all nice and bright red. Basically, that means that there's no air in them. So that's a thing that comes into play. The fire, you can't have a fire without oxygen. You also can't survive in a room without oxygen, so you'll slowly take damage. So that's kind of cool there that they make deal with that as well. So
I imagine later on when people start attacking you, they'll be busting holes in your hull.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's something that happens way too often. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and make a jump. That right there is our quest mark. We can start making our way towards there, but let's go ahead and pick a roundabout way.
Because nothing says the galaxy is in trouble like screwing around.
Exactly. So an advanced Rebel automated ship remains stationed near a small Rebel space station. Sensors indicate it's a storage vessel for military goods. So yeah, we're totally going to go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and throw a pause. So let's do some reallocation real quick. One of the main major points of this game is you can always reallocate on the fly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to power down my engines a bit, and I'm going to power up my Artemis. And an Artemis is a missile. Missiles go straight through shields. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to see if we can't take out the shield. Alright, you'll see that this is going to actually charge a little faster than our burst laser. So while that is happening, let's go ahead and use our burst laser and fire up at their weapons. Boom, so they're shooting.
So,
go ahead.
Targeting the shield generator directly basically just makes it easier to hit everything else once that's down.
Yep, exactly. So you'll see that my burst laser does 3 shots. When they have a shield, and this right here is their shield icon up at the top left, if you can see. That's going to go ahead and absorb one of your laser hits. So the first laser hit misses, basically, and then the next 2 have a chance of hitting, taking out the shields. So, once the shields are down, all 3 of those guys can hit. Anytime that a shield hits a already damaged system, it's going to do hull damage, and the hull damage is what's going to destroy the ship. So we'll go ahead and see if we can disable their weapons, and you'll actually see that the weaponry here, you're actually, if you look at your dude there, Drew, you're actually repairing our weaponry there. We took a hit, so now we only have the ability to use 2 power, so I can't have the Artemis and the burst laser going at the same time.
Oh, I see. I see the little blocks next to the charge indicate how much power that weapon uses.
Yep, exactly right. So our shield just ate that hit.
No.
Boom. Alright, so
oh, he's almost down.
Yep, and we took out his weapon, so now he actually can't fire on us. He's probably going to try to run away, so let's go ahead
take out his engines.
Take out his engines. Boom.
Boosh and or cacao.
Oh, we salvaged some scrap. We can investigate the station. Oh, it was abandoned or stripped clean. Nothing there, but we did get some scrap. So let's go ahead and what we're going to do is we're going to take the scrap, take a look at our shield or our upgrades here. So we have upgrades, we have crew, we have equipment. So right now all we have are the 2 lasers. Let's go ahead and take a look what we can do. One thing I always like to recommend, first order of business for FTL, you totally want to go ahead and make at least that first upgrade. By default, normal doors, if you look over to the right there, the first upgrade are going to be blast doors, meaning you can lock them. The next one are improved blast doors, so you can lock them even further. That's really nice because if ever you get into a situation where someone's boarding you, you can go ahead and lock them in the airlock and suck out all the air. Nice, quick, easy way.
Nice.
So, make that upgrade. Go ahead and make a jump. Take a look. Alright, Rebel ship is guarding the beacon. We order a pursuit course, and we're gonna go ahead and start fighting. Pretty much the same outlook. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and use our Artemis here to take out their shields, and let's take their burst laser and go for their weaponry there.
Seems like a pretty solid strategy.
Yeah, the nice thing about the Artemis, any sort of missile or ballistic type of weapon is gonna go ahead and straight up bypass the shield. So we've taken out their shield.
Oh boy.
Probably.
There goes our life support.
Yep, the life support. Right now, it's probably not the biggest deal. Before we move on, we'll probably want to go ahead and repair it. But yeah, let's go ahead and keep chugging along. While we're doing that, we don't even need to power up the Artemis, I don't think. All right, so shields are down, nice and easy.
And there go the weapons.
Yeah, it looks like they actually have a bit of a fire going there. So what we can do is we can go ahead and if we take out their or we can just kill them.
Yeah, no, that works too.
All right, 2 fuel, 2 missiles, 17 scrap. Nice haul. So let's go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and just drag everybody in here. Everybody get some repair work going.
Start smacking stuff with hammers. Throwing duct tape on everything.
So for right now, what we have is this room here. It can take up to 3 people. As long as people are in this room and it's powered up, they're going to go ahead and get their health back. So Randy, you're going to go back to your engines now that you're full health. You're going to go back to the weapons there, Drew, and I'm going to go back to piloting the ship.
Yeah.
One last thing before we make the jump. If you hover over a dude here, you'll see that you've got a bunch of bars. I've got a little bit of green going on in my pilot. You've got a little bit of green going on in both repair and your weaponry. And Randy is making his way there as our engineer.
And shield did a little bit too.
Yeah, just a little bit. So as your guys level up, what will happen is they will be better at their craft there. So okay, so we have a bit of a dilemma here. All right, this warning, that's the rebel fleet. We do not at all want to be in that circle. That being said, we can...
Good to know.
Yeah, we can do a couple things here. We can go to the store, we can go ahead and finish the quest, or we can, just book for the exit. We're going to go ahead and start going to the store. What's going on?
So how fast does that rebel faction circle tend to advance?
By default, like if it takes about 5 or 6 turns to get all the way to the right, depending on if you're in like a nebulous, if you're in a nebulous area or there's a lot of obstacles like asteroid fields, it could slow down the progress a little bit.
Cool.
We're gonna go ahead and let's go ahead and fix everything.
Yeah.
Anything to sell? Nothing to sell. Heavy laser. 2-shot. Could be a thing.
We don't have enough scrap for that one.
We don't really have scrap for anything else, so we're gonna go ahead and I wish we could sell our drone parts, but we don't really need them. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and at least get the fuel.
So what do the drone parts do?
Later on, you can get a drone controller for your ship. And what will happen is you'll have drones that will automatically fire. Okay, so we're in a bit of a bad situation. We find ourselves dangerously close to a star. Rebel ship is in. So we have to fight this guy, but you'll notice every once in a while you have this danger. The solar flares can actually hit us, and they're going to cause fires, they're going to affect our systems, it's going to cause a whole lot of mess. So we want to get this, we're going to power down our engines, power up our Artemis, go for their shields, and go for their weaponry as soon as we can here, because we want to, this fight.
We want to get the hell up out of here?
Exactly, we want to get out of here as soon as possible.
Fires and missiles!
Well then taken. Alright, you got a bit of a dilemma, you're putting out a fire there. We're going to go ahead and put an Artemis blast on that shield there. But for right now, we can't actually fire our burst laser.
Oh jeez, oh man, oh jeez, oh man.
Alright, we got a solar flare on the way. Hopefully this will do a little bit more damage to them than it will us, because they don't have their shields up. But for now, we're going to take our burst laser, go for their weapons. Alright, so... Go ahead.
There's another fire. Just suffocate that fire and not me?
Yep. Close all the doors.
Oh, that's a really handy button.
Yeah.
That's one of those, like, subtle UI things that can, like, make or break an experience.
Exactly. So we got some fuel, we got some drone parts and some scrap, and we're going to want to get the heck out of here. I would say that, like, 90% of the game is basically just learning the layout, learning how to play, making some advantageous use of that pause button there, because that is pretty clutch. Alright.
It almost reminds me of how I always end up playing The Sims. Like, I'll have the game pause for like 15 minutes while I get everything all set up, and then I let him go do his thing for like 5 minutes, and then I pause it for a while again. Yeah,
it's very much a planning game. So actually, what we're running into right now is some of the story here. If you read it, you find the station, and they respond to the hails immediately, saying, "It took you long enough. We have practically no use for these now. I refuse to pay the full price. Take this and leave the cargo in our holds." Fun fact here: you actually don't have to say yes. You can say like, "Sure, I'll take the 23 scrap there," or you can refuse and keep the drone parts. Sometimes if you refuse, they'll say, "Okay," and they'll pay full price. So let's do that. Why not? We'll take a gamble. Fine, I was bluffing. Pay the full price. Nice.
Ha ha ha! Jerkwad. Give me them scrap.
Exactly. So let's go ahead and take a look at our upgrades here. Okay. Next thing we can do, let's go ahead and actually spend 50 here. Every 2...
Oh, high roller.
Yeah, every 2 energy power that you have here in your shields will give you another shield bar. So, actually, do we have one more? We can go ahead and invest in a power bar that we hit accept. Now, we've got 2 shields.
Oh, snap.
Absorb 2 lasers.
Oh, I love the, it gets that cool, hex pattern on it now.
Yeah, one of the coolest things about this game, one of the things I really enjoy about the design of it, is every time you make an upgrade, some part of your ship in some way is going to be affected. You're going to see a nice little change there.
Yeah, that level of player feedback is super important in, like, just about everything that you can do. So, I always love to see when developers put that extra time and just get that extra level of polish on there and really make you feel rewarded for your decisions.
Yeah, it's absolutely clutch. Alright, so what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and, looks like we got a little bit of time. I want to say like maybe 1, like 2. So let's go ahead and let's take a gamble again. Let's see if we can, the more sectors that you get out of the early game, the better you're going to be. So, okay.
I see.
Alright. Looks like a settlement's being attacked by a pirate ship. Yeah, let's go ahead and
kill the pirates.
Oh yeah, we're in a pretty good position right now. Let's see, we don't really need our med bay right now, so we can go ahead and use that power for the Artemis.
We don't need the med bay.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody's at full health. We're all right.
We're fine. Oh God, my leg is gone.
And I'm actually not going to fire the burst laser yet. I want to see if that Artemis goes in and takes out the shields. He did the same thing with us, so his shields partially down. They're probably going to work on fixing them. I'm going to go ahead and take them all the way.
Yeah. Hey. Oh, they don't want to fight, huh? Well, they shouldn't have attacked the settlement.
Exactly. Let's go ahead and take out their engines. In the meantime, I'm actually going to go ahead and send our Randy here because engine's all that much right now. Let him go fix. Alright, so they're trying to escape. We took out their engines. They're not going to be able to. So let's go ahead and take out their weapons. And boom.
Now they're sitting ducks.
Oh.
Oh God. Dude, get out of there.
Yeah, I'm going to have you go ahead and help me out here.
Hey bro, looks like you can use some help.
Yeah, in the meantime, let's go ahead and be mean and take out their oxygen and knock off their block. Alright. Cool. So got a little bit of a haul there. Nothing to write home about, but nothing terrible. All right. No, I don't want to do that. Randy's in there.
Accidentally suck Randy out.
Yeah.
Poor Randy.
Yeah. So we got to be careful because you'll see that our hull is steadily losing some integrity. And basically, anytime they do damage to one of our systems, anytime they hit us in one of the normal rooms there, if they can target them, they will actually do some damage to our hull. So every once in a while, we're going to have to go in for repairs. Let's see. And we're going to go ahead and think I'm going to chill in the med bay. And there.
Alright, looks like this is a good stopping point for this episode. We're just about at time. So that does it for our first episode and a half of Let's Play of FTL.
1.5.
Catch you guys later. Next time, hopefully, we'll be getting out of this sector intact.
Yep. Catch y'all later.
See ya!